Another month concludes with expenses managed, yet the impending financial surprise looms as a source of stress. Bills accumulate, making any progress feel fleeting, even after receiving a substantial paycheck. This cycle persists when spending happens impulsively, lacking a deliberate plan for each dollar. Borrowing may fill gaps temporarily, but it also adds new obligations that limit future options. The toll taken is constant anxiety, slowed wealth accumulation, and diminished choices when careers or health shift unexpectedly. Even minor disruptions can push us toward immediate decisions, overshadowing long-term goals and stability. Envision a household that cancels plans, checks balances frequently, yet struggles to define next month's priorities. In the absence of a structured approach, urgency overtakes intention, and money management becomes reactionary rather than proactive. This breakdown presents a straightforward method for budgeting, creating financial buffers, managing debt, and building long-term wealth. This video draws inspiration from The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Be sure to subscribe for more practical insights like this. A genuine turnaround begins with recognizing that debt reflects deeper habits and beliefs about money. Rolling existing debts into new loans may streamline paperwork, but it does nothing to change actual behavior or daily choices. When everyone is financing cars and relying on credit, borrowing starts to feel normal, but it's a false comfort. Familiarity can still lead to financial struggle, as accumulating interest and monthly payments keep us on a treadmill of debt. The convenience of credit cards can make spending feel effortless, but the reality of repayment hits later with additional costs. Cutting up cards eliminates this easy option, forcing spending decisions to align with current cash flow and a clear plan. Some families keep one card for emergencies, only to find that every minor inconvenience suddenly appears as an emergency. Establishing clear guidelines alleviates this confusion, ensuring that true emergencies are rare and spending remains focused. This method requires taking personal responsibility. No Apple consolidation loan instills discipline on its own. The next move is to develop a written plan and a small financial buffer to stop new challenges from evolving into further debt. A budget is effective when every dollar is assigned a purpose before the month begins, including allocations for savings and charity. Without this clear allocation, spending often creeps into unplanned areas, and the budget turns into a reflection of random events. A written plan also highlights spending patterns, exposing categories where overspending occurs but wasn't initially urgent. Once we can see those totals, we can set limits, adjust allocations, and monitor progress with simple weekly reviews. After completing the plan, prioritize building a starter emergency fund, so small setbacks don't force you back into borrowing. This emergency fund can grow quickly by cutting back on non-essentials, selling unused items, and seeking extra income sources. An emergency fund is strictly for genuine emergencies, not vacations, shopping sprees, or enhancing your lifestyle. By maintaining this boundary, the fund safeguards your budget and sustains momentum during unexpected expenses like car repairs or medical bills. These strategies offer significant relief, as a solid plan guides expenditures and a financial cushion absorbs initial shocks. Only once a comprehensive plan and a starting buffer are established does a focused approach to debt repayment become achievable and sustainable. The smallest to largest payoff method emphasizes quick successes rather than interest calculations, since behavior largely drives results. Debts are organized from the smallest balance to the largest, while minimum payments on all other accounts continue as usual. Every surplus dollar in the budget is directed toward eliminating the smallest debt until it is fully paid off. Once a payment is cleared, that amount is then added to the next smallest balance, creating an expanding payment momentum over time. Building momentum is essential, as early wins foster confidence, helping the plan endure during challenging months. Increased intensity accelerates the process because larger payments emerge when spending is reduced and extra income is introduced. Some households refinance their debts but continue overspending, leading to similar balances cropping up under new accounts. When rules and intensity remain steady, the timeline for debt repayment shortens and families can stop paying interest indefinitely. This journey isn't about deprivation, it's focused attention during a specific phase to eliminate payment strain from decision making. If this debt payoff framework resonates with you, consider subscribing to stay informed about the entire system and maintain your momentum. After all consumer debts are cleared, building an emergency fund becomes the primary savings target until it reaches 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses. This fund size allows setbacks like job loss, illness, or major repairs to be managed smoothly, rather than becoming financial crises. Managing expenditures remains crucial, as a budget continues to be crafted and adjusted every month. Utilising cash-based categories and envelope budgeting strategies can help prevent small leaks from slowly rebuilding new debts. New borrowing often resumes when expenses become predictable yet urgent, such as car repairs, gifts, or annual fees. Planning for these categories ahead of time helps shield your plan from unexpected expenses and avoids triggering new debt. Having clear limits is vital since true emergencies are rare, while wants arrive frequently and can be easily justified. Distinguishing genuine emergencies from planned expenses safeguards the fund and strengthens trust in the overall plan. With these precautions in place, progress shifts from relying on luck to developing habits that can be consistently repeated monthly. This stability paves the way for wealth-building steps, as risk is managed and cash flow becomes more predictable. Once a sufficient safety net is established, the next goal is to invest 15% of household income toward retirement. Long-term investing is most effective when it becomes a routine contribution, rather than a decision that must be made each month. College funding can then be approached strategically, ensuring educational goals do not inadvertently lead to future debt. This approach replaces the misconception that loans are necessary, allowing family choices to align with available resources. Paying off the mortgage early becomes achievable when previous payments are redirected toward the principal. Eliminating the house payment reduces monthly risk and increases the available funds for investing and charitable giving. In the final phase, your household is completely debt-free, including the mortgage, and continues to adhere to a budget. Without any payments, your finances can focus on wealth creation and philanthropy, all while maintaining stability. This approach succeeds because each step builds upon the previous one, rather than overwhelming yourself by trying everything simultaneously. The outcome is a clear progression from disorder to mastery to financial prosperity, established through consistent habits rather than chance. The true objective is enduring control, where choices are guided by a plan and unexpected events don't disrupt your journey. This control arises from straightforward strategies such as maintaining a written budget, having a starter buffer, and securing a comprehensive emergency fund. Paying off debt is most effective when the smallest balances are addressed first, allowing payments to gradually increase and build momentum. Wealth accumulation is successful when investing, planning for education, and clearing the mortgage occur in a logical order, avoiding conflicts. Over time, fewer payments enhance your financial flexibility, and increased margin opens up more choices regarding work, family, and health. These choices accumulate benefits because effective planning reduces anxiety and prevents costly mistakes made under stress. A practical next step is to draft a budget for the upcoming month, assigning every dollar before you start spending. Another actionable step is to begin saving your first $1,000, even if it requires several focused weeks of effort. Progress solidifies when you review your plan monthly and maintain consistent habits during stable periods. If creating this kind of reliable financial system is important to you, subscribe for more guides that keep the steps clear and achievable.